Welcome to Zoom Phone Training. In this video, I will go over Zoom Phone settings, the integration with HubSpot, how to make calls from the application and within HubSpot, and an overview of the tool. First thing is we have to make sure that our settings allow us to find the contacts in HubSpot when they call in. Go to Settings, you'll click on Phone, you'll scroll down, and you will click on Launch an external app or URL for incoming calls, and you will enter this URL here that will be provided in additional documentation for you to copy. When a call comes in, this allows it to search for contacts within HubSpot with the caller ID. You will also want to make sure that you hide incoming calls while you're in a Zoom meeting so that you are not disturbed while you are in another meeting. Next thing that is important is you will want to go to your profile by clicking this image, your name, and then clicking on profile. It will open Zoom for you to log in, and just make sure that your time zone here is set correctly. Now you will want to make sure that it is set to -7 Pacific or Los Angeles time so that you are working within the business hours. So you'll just come here, click edit, find that time here, Pacific time US, save that. You should be good to go. Once that is done, that is your basic setup of Zoom Phone. When you come into the application, you will see here that you have your home, your calendar possibly, team chat from meetings, and the phone. The UI is something that is very generic, very typical of a phone application. You're allowed to make dial and outbound calls. You'll see your history of calls that have either come in or gone out. You'll see a history of voicemail and any possible SMS text messages that you may have received. You will be able to see your outbound caller ID, and it should be set to the default main company number. The numbers you see here on the screen currently are test numbers, as this is set to go live tomorrow, May 1st. But you will see all of our 4 phone numbers listed here that you can use as your caller ID. I do recommend that you set it to the default 877-753-5373 number once that is available. And your extension should be located right here on the top corner. You will not have a direct line assigned to you unless otherwise provided. And so if somebody wants to call you directly, you will always have to leave the main company number and your extension. Otherwise, they can just call into the main line and speak to whomever picks up the phone and have it transferred to you. To see the full directory of who is available within the team, simply go to Contacts, and you should see groups here. You have Billing, Sales, and Support. And within each of those groupings is every member available. You will see several statuses available, like Abhishek is away, Anika is in a Zoom meeting right now, Ashish is available, and Devendra is offline. If somebody is in a meeting, you should see that. Or if they are in Do Not Disturb, you'll see that as well. Or if they are on a call, you will see that it has a little phone icon and that they are busy on a phone call. So you should be able to quickly identify if somebody is available or not available. You can also see that here if you are looking to call someone. You can type in their name and you should be able to see that right here. To change your status if you are not available, you can come click here, simply highlight this, and choose your designated status. Busy allows you to still take calls. It just signals to your teammates that you are busy. However, if you set yourself as Do Not Disturb for a certain duration of time, you will not be able to receive any phone calls, and anything transferred to you will go straight to voicemail. You should also see that you are set to receive shared calls. These will be your call queues. If you're in the support team, you should see the support. If you're in sales, sales, and if you're in billing, billing. I suggest that if you are going to take a break, or if you are going to be away from your desk, or perhaps you are busy and not available to take any calls, that you come in here and simply disable this so that you are not taking any calls from the queue. When you're available, you can just turn that back on and you will be back in the round robin. Let's make a call from HubSpot. To make a call from HubSpot, you simply need to identify that the contact has a phone number or a mobile phone number listed. You can click here on call and choose the number to call. Once you click on that, the application should open and you should see that the call is going through. You may be able to hear my personal phone ringing in the background. For this, I'm going to decline the call.
This call is being transcribed.
Please leave your message for 60251792995.
Hi, this is just a test voicemail. Once you hang up, you can come over here, select your outcome, and type any additional notes. When you do that, you will see that the call is recorded right here. Now let's see what happens when a call comes in.
All of our calls are recorded for training and quality purposes.
Now, because I am currently part of the support queue, this call came just to me, and you can see that this is the support queue and that I am on a call right now. In HubSpot, this contact phone number is on multiple contacts, so it'll be important to identify who is the person calling. Once you have figured that out, you can simply click on their name and continue the conversation with them. While the call is active, you have the ability to add more users to the call. You can search them by name or you can search them by extension. You can put a person on hold. And there's fun music in the background. You can transfer them to another user. If I wanted to transfer this call, let's say, to somebody in support, I can click here and see that he's not available. So I probably don't want to transfer this call to him, but I may want to just send it to his voicemail. Or let's say they are available. I can click on them and do a warm transfer and let him know that I have a caller on the line, or just send it to him directly if I may have already spoken to him on Slack about it. You can see here the call is being recorded. Once the call has ended, simply hang up. And you should see in HubSpot, and it may take a while depending on how long the call was, but the call has been recorded here. You'll need to select an outcome, the type of call, and add any notes. You will also want to associate this call to anything that it's related to, perhaps a ticket, a deal, or any additional context that could have been on the call. When voicemails are received, you should see them on the side here. Depending on what queues you belong to, you'll have access to certain voicemails, but it'll be clear if this is for sales, for billing, or if it was left on the main line and we may need to transfer this voicemail to somebody else. If we do need to send this voicemail to somebody else, simply we click here, share, and then send it to the right extension. If this is for support, I can just share it with support. And they'll receive that voicemail. And it'll tell them exactly who sent it. Voicemail recordings are also sent to emails, so we should never miss the opportunity to call someone back. That concludes the Zoom training. And if there are any questions, as always, reach out in Slack. Thanks, everyone.